Good job, going above and beyond, too.
Cool, busy place right now, just because we're so hot, so humid. But with that, it's been a busy weather afternoon. More strong to severe thunderstorms started rolling through around lunchtime. We are still tracking some thunderstorms on ExactTrack 4D as we head into the early evening hours tonight. I'm keeping a close eye on portions of southeastern Lapeer County as well as southwestern St. Clair County. A flood advisory has been issued for the areas here in light green until 8 o'clock tonight, especially right around Almont, because the rain that has been left behind by this strong thunderstorm complex that moved through in the past hour to hour and a half. ExactTrack 4D radar right to the northwest of Almont indicating 5 inches of rain. We may not have seen that high, but at least 1 to 2 inches, possibly higher in this area within the past couple hours. So we may have some low-lying drainage issues as well as some ponding issues going on in these areas. We'll continue with the thunderstorm threat through the mid to late evening hours tonight. ExactTrack 4D radar, boy, we can see those puffy cumulus clouds and thunderheads developing here off in the distance from our tower cam over in Windsor. 81 degrees this evening here in Detroit, but once you factor in that humidity, heat index values are in the mid to upper 80s, even some lower 90s, feeling like it's 95 in Mount Clemens, 90 in Pontiac, 95 in Flint, 91 over in Howell, and I think we could do the same thing again tomorrow with heat index values into the upper 90s to near 100 as well. Severe thunderstorms over the mid-Atlantic, but we've got ours thanks to our frontal boundary stalled out right across the region, and we will keep the threat of strong to severe thunderstorms in through the evening and early overnight hours tonight. The Storm Prediction Center continuing our marginal risk, 1 out of 5 on our severe weather scale for the entire region. And I apologize in advance, folks. I sound like a broken record because we're going to do it all again tomorrow on Friday. Majority of southeastern Michigan, a marginal risk, level 1 on our severe weather scale. Damaging winds above 60 miles an hour, our primary threat, as well as heavy rainfall thanks to all the moisture we've got around with that frontal boundary in place. Clouds and radar forecast, I think, does a good job with this here. Spotty showers and thunderstorms through the mid to late evening hours tonight. The latest data here indicating we may be hanging on to some of those storms toward midnight tonight before we start to wind those down, and then we get to break into more thunderstorms tomorrow. High temperatures into the 90s tomorrow before cooling off into the 80s on Saturday, back into the low 90s Sunday and Monday. Then we get a break from the humidity, dropping into the 80s by the time we get to Tuesday. Heat index values upper 90s to near 100 tomorrow. We get a break on Saturday, then we're back into the low to mid 90s for what it's going to feel like as we go from Sunday and into early next week on Monday. So for tonight, we drop to 71. Some storms early, clearing late tonight. It will be muggy overnight with that south wind at about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Tomorrow, 70s out the door in the morning, 80s by lunchtime, low 90s tomorrow afternoon before we get a brief break into the 80s on Saturday, back into the 90s Sunday, and into early next week on Monday. Another round of storms moves in on Monday with another cold front, but that's the cold front that's going to clear us up. Mid-80s Tuesday through Thursday, and the humidity is going to take a break by the time we get to the middle of next week.
Finally.
Can't come soon enough because my air conditioning has been pumping very hard at home recently.
I got the email from the electric company today saying your bill next month might be more than it has been in previous months.
Thank you. Yes, exactly. I'm expecting a very high bill thanks to this forecast.
All of us are.
Yeah,